Hello, my name is Drew Broughton. I graduated a few months ago, and over the past 4 years, I made over 100 videos from college and my life at Notre Dame. Absolutely amazing 4 years. A lot that I can say about it. And in this 10-part series, 10 parts, I'm going to talk about everything that I can think of life at Notre Dame. We're going to be talking about the best things, the worst things, how's social life, how's dating, how's jobs, how's prestige, how's school, the biggest mistakes I made, the best things I did, and hopefully this series will be the most comprehensive, real, and honest view of Notre Dame that there is anywhere on the internet. Because my goal with this is whether you're a prospective student, an incoming student, or just a random person, you can tell if Notre Dame is a good fit for you. And that's the thing, we want to be good for you. It's not for everyone. I promise you it's not for everyone. So hopefully these videos help to decide whether it's good for you or not good for you. And lastly, these videos are for anyone who wants to have an amazing college experience. I truly, truly believe that anyone can have an absolute fucking fantastic college experience. So let's make that happen and let's talk about Notre Dame. Let's also talk about how you can optimize your college experience. And to anyone who's saying close the yearbook, little bro, I am closing the yearbook. I'm not doing this for anyone. I've never made a cent off YouTube, but what I'm doing this is for anyone who's watching this, for the hundreds of people, the thousands of people in the future who don't know if Notre Dame is the good fit for them. I'm doing it for myself. As a 17-year-old, I was questioning whether Notre Dame was the right school for me. And I kind of took a leap of faith. I thought it was going to be good. And I think I made the most of my experience. And I hope that these videos can, help the 17-year-old I was in my position. So thank you, and let's get into this video. So what are the 5 best things about Notre Dame? This is just a great question. So let's dive into it. The first is, I would say, the student body. So Drew, what do you mean about the student body? So the reason why I love the Notre Dame student body is, while there are downfalls, one of the biggest upsides for the students that come to Notre Dame is that they are driven, they have hopes and dreams, and they are optimistic about life. Let me say that again. They're optimistic about life. Yes, there are some one-offs of people who are pessimistic or don't see the world in a positive light. But in general, the student body here truly, truly believes that they can achieve things in life, that they have goals that they want to achieve in life, that there's more to life than just achieving these goals, but there's family, there's faith, and life is a lot of things. And in general, being around this kind of sort of positivity, even though it's not necessarily like people are like, oh, I'm a positive person, just reflecting on it, that's the vibe, that's all you can really get from the school. Is there's a lot of people that feel good about life, and to be around that is obviously a positive thing. So that was the first thing. The second thing is the uniqueness of the dorm system. So how I would explain to anyone who's never been to Notre Dame what Notre Dame is like and what the dorm system is like. Notre Dame's dorm system is like Harry Potter, combined with a little bit of the Greek life system. For example, my dorm, Keel Hall, has a mascot that is a kangaroo.
60 bands on your head, I'm a papa. Hey, pull up on me, 10 shots.
We have a toga dance and a chariot race, and there are traditions in each individual section within the dorm. Other dorms, all 31 other dorms, have names, traditions, things that they do in their dorm, and it creates this kind of really unique culture of dorm pride and dorm tradition. And no other school in the country, and probably the world, has something similar, or not similar, but exactly like Notre Dame does. So I think that is an amazing thing about Notre Dame. Having all these different dorms means that there are many different experiences you can experience throughout the year. There are different events you can go to, different parties you can go to, and it kind of creates this really unique and interesting college experience. That being said, there are some downsides to the dorm system, which I will talk about in the next video or a future video, the worst things about Notre Dame. The third thing I would say that is best about Notre Dame is the alumni base. Before I dive into what's so great about the alumni base, I will acknowledge that in some way it can come off as probably a bit cliquey and a bit cultish. An example I would bring up is my cousin who lives in Idaho. He is a great guy and he knows some Notre Dame people. And he had encouraged me to come here in the first place because he said it's an Ivy League education. But after I graduated, I was talking with him and he was talking about the Notre Dame people he knows in his city and just the fact that they are a bit cliquey. And that makes sense. That checks out. I imagine the Notre Dame alumni base in many cities around the country is cliquey. People, like to stick together. But what that means is that as a student, as a graduated student, as an alumni, when you tell someone you went to Notre Dame and then they went to Notre Dame, the connection is always there. If you need help, they will be there to help. If you message on LinkedIn, the response rate of a Notre Dame alum with a Notre Dame student is unbelievably high. I imagine it's probably one of the highest rates in the country. There's just something about alumni wanting to help current students, and that is absolutely amazing. I know many people who have got their internships and jobs through an alumni connection. It is real. When I was in Thailand, I was hitchhiking across Thailand, but I wanted to take advantage of the Notre Dame network. So I went on LinkedIn, I searched Notre Dame alumni Thailand, and I found a few people. One of them, Lee, we talked for 2 hours, but he was sick when I came to Thailand, so I couldn't see him. But he connected me with a man named Murph, and Murph took me and my friend Marcel out for dinner on the river in Bangkok. And then he took us to a market, and we tried all this Southeast Asian food. And it was just this cool experience of around the world, Notre Dame alumni are there to help. And for me, it was that experience in Thailand. I had that in Hong Kong. I had it in New York. The Notre Dame alumni is real, it exists, and it's amazing. Next, the fourth thing that I think is best about Notre Dame is the gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous campus. It cannot be understated that Notre Dame's campus is easily one of the most beautiful in the country. When it comes to landscaping, Notre Dame's campus is amazing. The grass is perfect, it's exquisite. When it comes to buildings, Notre Dame has a very cohesive architectural style. Brilliant, amazing. When it comes to walkability, Notre Dame has the best sidewalks, amazing. When it comes to just the overall comprehensive collection of all these pieces, Notre Dame is one of the best places you can find in the world. So just walking around campus is inspirational. Just looking at the dome is inspirational. Just looking at the architecture is inspirational. This is a phenomenal campus. Then my favorite thing about Notre Dame, or the best thing about Notre Dame, is the lifelong investment. When people say that Notre Dame, at least this from an athlete perspective, it's 4 years for 40 years, that is 100% true. When you go to Notre Dame, it's not just for the 4 years, it is to kind of being a lifelong family. And it sounds corny, it sounds cliche, I will give you that. And I did not necessarily buy it. But now being an alumni and coming back, I'm in my friend's dorm in Keogh Hall. I will say that it is real. When you go to Notre Dame for the rest of your life, you have the advantage of having connections, having alumni, having a reason to come back to campus, having a reason to engage. In terms of how it will benefit me, in New York City where I live now, there are alumni events, tech alumni events, football watch parties, and I know other schools have that. So it is not just Notre Dame that does this, but I think Notre Dame kind of takes this lifelong investment thing to a different level. So those are the 5 things that I think are the best about Notre Dame. One bonus thing that I will say is, I'm not the best person to speak on this, but Notre Dame gives you opportunity for faith relationships. So specifically if you're Catholic, but any Christian denomination, I can't really speak on the experience as a non-Christian, but as a Christian, Notre Dame gives you the opportunity to develop these faith relationships. As an atheist, it gives you the opportunity to develop faith relationships. There's a lot of resources here, people that want to help, people that want to be friendly. As someone who has had a lot of questions about faith, Notre Dame is a place where they're not going to push it on you, but they're going to be there to answer your questions, to help you. And I think that's beautiful. I see that as a positive, not a negative. Some people may disagree with that, but anyways, I think that's great. So that was a bonus thing. Awesome. If you like this series and you like this video, in the next video, in part 2, I will be talking about the 5 worst things at Notre Dame. The 5 worst things at Notre Dame. So you heard my best, now hear my worst. If you like this video, watch this video right here.